Is she blue?
She has, like, the purple hair.
Okay, her face looks blue.
That's because of the lighting. And hypothermia.
And hypothermia.
you know, since we're... Welcome back to A Hat in Time. Alright, we're trying to get this last time rift piece in the Alpine skyline.
I really like this area.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Honestly, like, revisiting, like, I don't know what it is about this game. I like it, but it doesn't, like, shoot up the top in my rankings. I don't know if it's the aesthetic. I don't know if, like, just part of the areas don't quite work for me. But I'm just like, this is nice. And that's it. Like, it doesn't...
For this area.
The game as a whole, really.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, I like it, don't get me wrong, but I don't adore it.
Okay. I feel like
And I think it just boils down to personal taste.
I feel like I would really like the beginning to play it, but I feel like once we got closer to the end, I probably would drift off like I've done with Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yeah. It's kind of in the category of Yoshi's Woolly World where it's like, I don't feel it's a long game, but like there's an eagerness with this one to be like, all right, can we like wrap this up? And, yeah, wrap this up and move on to other things, which isn't fair at all because like, again,
it's
really
cute. And
it's a good
like,
game.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why most like it more is like it was fan made and it's fucking impressive.
Yeah.
That it was made by like a bunch of fans of like the old school platformer games. But I don't know, there's just a couple aspects of it that feel repetitive.
I was just about to say that it is very much like go to this area, find the same things. Go to this area, find the same things. Which is something that I personally tend to like.
I like it now and then, but like when I'm doing a playthrough and I'm doing like binging the whole way through, beginning to end,
it's very
I
much
do get a
like-
little like fatigued.
Yeah. See, these are something I think is really, really cute. Like if you find all of the pieces, you get pictures.
Yeah, and it tells a little story.
Yeah. However, I would be sad because I know I wouldn't find all the pieces. So I'd be missing like a big part.
Part of the story, and you'd be like, what happened? What happened next?
Yeah. It's like that where like playing Yoshi's Woolly World, I'm like, okay, collect all of the yarn skeins. Fuck them flowers though. Like
Yeah. Okay, so I actually cut out me putting in the code because I don't want to show my account and stuff like that. But we got the Seal the Deal DLC with this. And now we're going to pop that in. It's funny because I was just complaining about like, I'm ready for this to wrap this up.
and we're like doing
And
the
now
downloadable
I'm
content.
doing the downloadable content to make it a little longer. When really, we could go right to the finale. But I'm a glutton for punishment. And honestly, I really like this level.
Okay.
Like, I was like, what the hell? I'll do the DLC. I got the DLC code. And it turns out it's actually a really fun level with a neat aesthetic.
I think that's what like does it for me as the aesthetic.
Yeah.
I really like all of the characters.
Okay.
Yes. Mustache Girl's a little weird.
Yeah. Mustache Girl
I don't
is
think I
kind of like...
fully understand the idea of Mustache Girl.
They reveal it in, like, the finale and stuff, but, like, I'll be honest, it's very underwhelming.
Okay.
In my book. I'll let you judge it when we get to it in a couple parts. But for now, we're gonna go into the freezer.
So we can go to the future.
The Arctic Cruise is now available. And, like, I know you've been a sucker for, like, adorable characters.
Yes.
We got a real good one coming up.
Oh, boy.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of funny. I know we talk a lot about it in pretty much all of our playthroughs because it's the game that I am currently playing, but in these, we, like, come across these little characters that are so
Check this
cute.
out.
Bon voyage.
But they go for, like, a starry night
I
in
like
the background.
That, yeah. That is really cool.
Starry, starry night. Yeah, da 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 da.
I love that song.
That's John Mayer, right? No, not John
No.
Mayer. Jesus Christ. John Denver.
I think John Denver sings it, but there's a cover sung by a woman
Oh, okay.
that plays at the end of...
Loving Vincent.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Denver was the original.
Yeah. Because I know the Clarks have a song that involves Saint Vincent. Oh my god.
Wow, that's a whole different
Vincent
meaning.
Van Gogh.
But look, little baby seals.
God, they're so cute.
Little white seals. And they talk like babies too. They're Charlotte done right.
Well, it's like in the game Ys, there's like these little dinosaur creatures that are so cute, and even the characters are like, oh my god, they're adorable. And then, spoiler alert, they turn evil.
Yeah.
But they like just pop and like this little flash of smoke.
See?
See, I'm not big on baby talk.
Okay.
I never have been.
Okay. I feel for these guys at what the hell?
Do that, I mean. I'm like ready for
It's a
a
fish.
nice cruise. Aren't you? Hopefully there's nothing fishy about this shit, you know?
What do you call a fish
I
with
got
no
ripped
eyes?
off on a docking occasion.
The fact that you were the only person in that theater. Granted, there was only 10 people total
I
in
know,
that
but
theater.
like more than half of them were children, and none of them laughed, and I was dying.
Dying, yep.
First you kill me, then you torment me by booking passage on the only cruise
So
liner
yeah,
here with
everyone
facilities
in
for
the other
people in
areas
charge.
are boarding in this cruise ship.
Such a rude little child.
The Morphia, the
You're
birds,
in a pleasant holiday mood,
everybody.
and still without a body, I would take my revenge right here and now.
Go, heck and go.
So, objective 1, board the damn ship.
I know, I'm like, so how do
Nope,
you...
can't just do it normally. Gotta do it through platforming.
See, I think that's the thing. I really, really enjoy platformers for short periods of time.
Yeah.
But I definitely think I'm an RPG person.
RPG person? Okay, cool.
RPG or adventure.
Nice. I like platformers, but I feel more of a fatigue with platformers in the long run. Because, like, they are pretty repetitive in nature. Collect X amount of thing
Yeah.
and do some more jumping and stuff like that. That's not to say there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, no. I just know, like, for me, because I've really been, like, putting a lot of thought into it with, especially Ys, because I'm, like, it feels like Trials of Mana all grown up, and I really love Trials of Mana. And
Yeah.
I'm really loving Ys. And it's just like, why? What makes it so different from the other games I've played
Right.
that makes me really like it so much?
But, like, you also really like Child of Light, and Child of
Yeah.
Light was a turn-based RPG.
See, and I like that.
Yeah.
I like it. It took me a little bit longer than I care to admit to understand.
Oh, that's fine. But when I talk about how platformers get stale, for a lot of people, RPGs, especially through like repetitive battles, can get stale for people. It's not the same for me. Most games I find a enjoyable rhythm,
Yeah.
and it's like junk food. But for a lot of people, they hate random encounters.
I know, like, for that, I'm more likely to want to escape than just, like, quick hit with a sword and keep on trucking.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. There's something different about, like, a good RPG. I don't know specifically what it is.
I think it boils down to taste, if you want my honest
Yeah.
opinion. Because, like, growing up, like, the big three for me were platformers, RPGs, and adventure. And RPG was actually the one I was least into as a kid just because it was so confusing.
Yeah.
And, like, I never understood, like, properly equipping myself, getting the right trinkets to be resistant to poison and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I didn't take the time. So when a boss was just clapping my ass hard, I was like, this isn't fun.
Yeah. Whereas, like, I feel that way too, but it's like, I don't know if it's like the menu, but something has really like clicked when it comes to Ys, where it's like, I understand what I need to do.
Yeah.
Where it's like, even going into the one area and everything is like poisoning everyone,
Yeah.
you know, I understand like all of my characters are equipped with an anti-poison.
Right.
So it's like I have one of each for every character that I re-equip when I go to
Yeah.
different areas. And it's like I found that I actually really rather enjoy that.
Okay.
So like changing their armor, their weapons, like their accessories, depending on the area that they're in. I do quite enjoy doing that.
Yeah. But overall, before we get to like the final thoughts in a couple parts, I will say that like this game for me is kind of like in the middle of all the games we've played so far. Like it's not low in like the Gex and the Shantae, but it's not high in like the Trials of Mana or the Child of Light.
I would agree. Yeah.
Or even the Paper Mario Origami King.
I would definitely say this sits at a happy medium.
Yeah.
Like, I would still definitely recommend this to people. I'd be like, oh, yeah, you know, you definitely have to try out Hat in Time. But I'm not going to be, like, obsessive about it. Like, no, really.
Yeah.
You have to play Trials of Mana. Like, you know, it's more of just, like, a casual, like, oh, if you like that, you'll really enjoy this.
Yep. But yeah, we're just going through this ship, boarding through the cruise ship. And, like, it's big, and I could almost say too big. Like, there's a lot to this ship. And it's just like, all right, this is neat and all, but this is a platformer. Can we just get to the point?
I feel like it's this is a mix between a platform and an adventure.
Yeah. Because, like, it wants you to explore and stuff like that. Really chat up with the locals and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cute. You even got, like, the little crows from earlier.
Yeah.
So it's like a little bonus. But apparently there's another DLC that revolves around, like, cats and stuff like that.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm going to get that one or not because, like, this one came with the Hat in Time version that I got. I'm not the biggest fan of DLC in and of itself.
Yeah.
You want me to pay more for more game? It's like,
That was like one of the biggest complaints with like Call of Duty.
Like a lot of games do that, and like it's fine if it's like an extra that's not required, but anymore it feels like additional levels that I'm just like, why? At that point, why not just make another game?
Yeah.
Like, why have me pay just a little amount for like another level or two? It's
like the only way that
I don't
would
agree
be
with it.
Okay with that is if the game wasn't the original price. You know what I mean? So it's like most of these games are like $49.99 to buy. So it's like if you're gonna make a smaller game with a lot of DLCs, make it $39.99.
That might be what this one was.
And then,
because again, this was a gift, so
yeah, and then be able to like, I don't know,
just start small and then like work your way up to the retail price.
Yeah. So that way it's like you get the game experience of the full quote unquote game, and then you can download more of the game if you want to.
Right.
But I know like a lot of games are the original price or more expensive.
Yeah.
And they're smaller.
But like Call of Duty is like $60 and that sumbitch still has DLC.
Well, because that was the big thing when I was writing, you know, Call of Duty scripts. It was like, especially the last one that just came out, it was much smaller than all of the previous games, and people were really upset about that. And then they were like, yeah, but we're going to have more frequent downloadable content. And it's like, okay, so the game was much smaller. It was the most expensive.
Yeah.
And you
want to charge more
for downloadable content. I think a lot of the downloads were free. But I think there were some pay downloads.
Oh, of course.
But I was just like
it's a
how
way
does
to
that make sense? Like,
it's a marketing scheme. It's like pay to win on these mobile games, to where it's just like, oh, you got a base game that's free to play.
Yeah.
But to like get upgrades and certain weapons and stuff, you have to pay like $2 for like a new sword or something like that, or $5 for like a new armor. And like you don't think much of it, but it keeps racking up, and they'll make their money.
I think that's why I don't play a lot of those. Like, I'll play.
I'm
the type
going
of person,
out of my way to
like,
introduce you to those, because I've never played any of them.
I'm like the type of person, the games that I have on my phone are like crossword puzzle.
Yeah.
Bejeweled.
I don't play games on my phone. I got all these consoles.
Yeah. Well,
gotta
mine
put
is
them
more
to good
like,
use.
I haven't played a game on my phone in a really long time, but that was a lot when I would have to take the bus to and from work to go downtown.
Okay.
And like I would finish my book and not have another one, so I would play like phone games on the bus.
Okay.
To try and avoid talking to people.
All right, now we're actually going through the inside of the cruise ship into the main lobby.
Have you ever been on a cruise?
No. Never been on a cruise ship.
It's interesting.
I know Bill Burr had a scheme to like purposely sink cruise ships to
Oh
get
my
rid of
God.
like the fodder in the population. Like that was his solution to overpopulation. It's just like randomly hire groups to sink cruise ships.
Oh my god. I went on a cruise once. It was definitely an experience. I don't know
Aw.
that I would want to go again.
Oh, they shattered
Aw.
it.
I remember we broke one of those and hid it from the captain.
Aw,
He wouldn't
you
be
made a
very
mess.
happy if he knew we made
So
a
now we
mess.
gotta repair
We tried
They are
to clean
cute.
our timepiece. Yep.
We didn't do a very good job.
I mean, little seals in general are freaking adorable.
Baby seals.
Sorry, miss. Please
Little
don't be
baby
upset.
seals. There was a movie way back when. This is like Ricky Tavi time, but we had a VHS called The White Seal. And it was like a short about like this seal that was like separated from his mother
Aw.
and was journeying to find his family again.
Aw.
And it was narrated and like it was just
I would have
very
been sad.
early 2D animation, like Phantom Toll Booth, kind of
Yeah.
like scratchy in a way. But yeah, I remember The White Seal. There we go. There's a piece. All right, so we gotta find 11 pieces.
Well, what was the movie? It wasn't Little Bear. It was the bear movie that we watched.
Just the bear.
Okay, it's just called The Bear.
Yeah. That one wasn't animated, but I know
No.
which one you're talking about.
That's like what I think of though. Anytime I think of like an animal movie,
Very hard to
that's what I think of now is just the bear.
I was surprised by the bear.
I
'cause
was surprised.
We saw
too.
that
I
and
was
I'm like,
surprised
this
how
is
much
gonna
I
be
liked
some
it.
old
Yeah.
bullshit.
I was surprised by how much I liked it.
Oh, we got stained.
The baby bear's tripping on mushrooms.
Hello.
I remember that scene. I love that. He's in the sink and he goes, "Hi, I'm on break."
Aw.
So he gets to play around in the sink.
Yeah, I love them, and again, when we listen, like when we're recording, the sound is turned off.
Yeah.
So I can't actually hear them.
Miss, we have a tiny problem with the others.
I'm not a super big fan of baby talk though. I never really have been.
I feel like this is the only character that I'll allow it. Like if they're actual like little babies.
Yeah.
And they only have like little sayings, and it's just like, oh, cute, and then you move on. Charlotte just like, I have baby talk. Adorable. I'll follow you around. Please don't. I'll be
don't.
part of the party. No, thank you. Like going back to Yee's, like you have that girl Rakota.
Yeah.
She's like Charlotte done right. No speech impediment.
She's like fun and cute and, you know, wild in a way.
Yeah,
and then
spunky.
like, yeah.
Got that spunk. But like not annoying.
Yeah.
So it's just like, hey, someone
This
did
is
it
how
right.
it's supposed to be. There's something about baby talk that just irks me, and I don't know what it is. Because I think even with, like, when I baby talk to the animals, I don't give myself a speech impediment.
Oh no.
I just go, oh, Wesker! Like,
Your baby boy.
yeah. But I don't necessarily go, like, oh, your little baby. Like, I don't know what it is.
But like I will say, I love like some of the animations in this game, like the little seal there rubbing itself on the towel and stuff. Like the game has charm. The
Oh,
game has
yeah.
personality.
It's definitely, like, dripping with charm.
Very hard.
I think for me, like I'm just at this point where like it's starting to overstay its welcome.
Well, if you think about it, too, like...
But like I think that's the difference between playing a game for a let's play
Yeah.
and like playing a game for enjoyment.
Because keeping in mind, you played through this game almost in its entirety. I believe in its entirety before recording.
Yes.
And then you also practice before you record.
Yes.
So you're essentially playing this game 2 or 3 times.
Yes.
I can see how that would become old. You're different characters in Trials of Mana.
Maybe that's it.
So it's like different characters. So the storyline isn't exactly the same. You know, there are different beats, there are different
Okay.
dialogues, different areas, different bad guys.
Gotcha.
Things like that you face. So it's technically, you could play Trials of Mana 3 or 4 times and be playing almost a fresh game.
Okay.
Like, you know where you have to go and what you have to do. You know what's coming.
Yeah.
But there's, like, refreshing differences.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, you are Hat Kid. You are playing the exact same areas.
Yeah.
You are facing the exact same bad guys, hearing the exact same dialogue.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, I could see how it would become stale.
Yeah. And, like, this is just me recording compared to, like, actual playing. I'm
Yeah.
sure the average player wouldn't have this problem.
No, because you'd probably play it once. And,
Yeah.
You
And
know,
they'd be
give
like,
it a rest.
oh, that was really cool and really fun. But, yeah.
Because, I mean, that's a little bit how I felt playing World of Illusions.
Oh, yeah?
Where I was like, okay, like, I know what's coming. Just get done with it.
Okay. The Gracious was that, like, that's a much shorter game.
Oh, yeah. That was, you know, you finish it in a day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we played for probably, what, an hour and a half?
Yeah, 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then got it all done.
We stay off the desk.
So, like, sorry if I come off as very negative at this part, but, like, I like the aesthetic, but, like, the game as a whole, I'm just like, alrighty.
Yeah. I really like it. I think that it's charming and it's really, really cute.
Mm-hmm.
It does tend to get a little bit repetitive.
Yeah.
But I don't think I feel the staleness that you feel.
Okay.
Simply because, again, I didn't watch you play through it the first time. I don't watch you practice.
Yeah.
I don't watch you record it. You know, this is new to me. I am seeing this for the first time.
yeah.
Whereas this is what, your third or fourth time watching this section.
Well, this is my first time doing the DLC. Like, I just unlocked it. Like,
yeah,
the
but
first
you
time I...
practiced it, you know?
True. The first time I played the entire game, I did not use the DLC. I just
Okay.
went beginning to end. So, like, this is the first time doing the DLC, but I did do some practice runs to be like, okay,
Just chilling, you know? And
do I know what I'm
Yeah.
doing?
Broken glass around.
Just
Weird,
make it a
right?
little
It
enjoyable to
belongs
watch.
you?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Instead of kind of Paper Mario in it, roaming around.
Oh my god.
That stuff up with
I mean, there's some fun there. That's why I want to
Yeah.
do like streaming to where
There
like
is a
you're
lot of
streaming a
fun to
game
like roam around, but
and like playing a game blind.
yeah.
But there's also some frustration, especially if you're familiar with the game and you watch someone like go left, goes
Yeah.
right. No, you idiot.
That's you watching me play every game ever.
I'm busy.
I mean, even in Yeez, you're just like, I need some help. I'm like, I haven't played this game.
But it's help with
Where's
them.
this pointing to?
Well, it's more or less because I don't really understand maps.
Okay. To be fair, like, Yeez has a weird map. Like, it has one map that's like, this is straightforward. And then it has
Yeah.
the big map where it's just like, your important
Well,
thing
like,
is somewhere
yeah.
in this
Well,
region.
even like the big map, you can switch to what it shows you.
Okay.
But it's just a matter of like, I don't know how to get there. Like, I'm following the map and it doesn't lead me there. It leads me in the opposite direction I thought I was going.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I need you because you understand direction and where I need to actually like
Okay.
be going
Yeah.
to get closer to where I need to be.
Give you a sense of direction.
Yeah, because it's like, I'll think I'm going north, and then it's like, haha, you were heading southwest. And I'm just like, oh no. Now I'm extremely far away from where I need to be.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily like, what do I do? It's, hey, can you help me understand this map and what direction I need to be moving in?
All right.
I get lost in an elevator, which means I don't know what direction I need to go in.
That's like the game Quest 64 where you have to realize that after a battle, he resets to where you
Oh,
were
yeah.
going. But if you don't, you're just like, where am I going?
Like
you
spinning
could,
around.
You could spin him around and get completely lost.
Yeah.
Because the game doesn't tell you. It's just like an attention to detail that you have to pick up on.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like at the end of the fight, since you're roaming all over the place during battle, he will correct to be like, this is where you were heading before you
Yeah.
got into battle.
I like that. I think I would still mess it up though.
Well, like, Quest 64 is one of those games that, like, could use a little bit of hand-holding.
Okay.
Like, just a little bit of tutorials, because, like, you have to pick up on the nuances and be like, oh, that's cool. All right, neat.
Yeah.
And I think that's why most people don't like it. Yeah, it's considered, like, one of the worst RPGs
I know
of all
Wesker
time.
put his 2 cents in.
Yes, he did.
He just like walked over, pointed his face at the mic, and went, "Meow."
Captain, please.
Like, I'm sure we'll cover that game one day. Oh,
Yeah.
we gotta see
Oh!
him. Because he's got a tummy ache.
Aww.
So we gotta take him to the captain. Hey, this little guy got a tummy ache. Take him to the doctor. Don't touch me, I'm sterile.
Oh
What do
man.
you want,
Boop,
pup?
boop,
Will the
boop,
crew
boop,
hurt themselves again? What do I look like, a doctor?
The big old
Kiss
walrus,
the
he's the
lady
captain of the ship.
Makes me think of My Hero Academia.
Oh, really? Like Orca?
Yeah.
yourself.
I'm always... Oh, wait. You can kiss his boo-boo.
Aww. No.
You kissed a boo-boo!
Wound a
Now it feels better.
but it's all yours.
They are cute.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Wesker's getting lovin's
I
from
know.
both ends.
Wesker, he just like walks over and he just like stuck his little face between our chairs.
He's just like, boop, pet me. So we're both giving him little scratches.
Little pets. Bless you.
I think another thing, and like this is a huge nitpick, but like it's something that I really harp on with games. A variety of things to fight can make the world of difference.
Yeah.
Like in RPGs in some games, you have like a lot of enemies doing different things.
Yeah.
This area has no enemies. I'm just
Yeah.
going around talking
I
and
have
jumping.
noticed, like, I enjoy playing as Adol way better than playing as Donna because where Donna's at, there's very few enemies to fight.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like she just kind of runs around. There's no like little plants to collect. There's no little extra things. Whereas like Adol and the team, there's a lot of like enemies to fight, little extra things to collect, and
Yeah. Whereas with this, like, I'm doing things. I'm like taking out the trash and cleaning up after people and jumping around, but like there's no combat, so like
Yeah.
there's that little less zing that I have when playing a game. Whereas I'm really hooked on combat when it comes to video
Yeah.
games as well. I like fighting things. I don't like busy work. That's why I'm not big on like games like Animal Crossing or Sims.
Whereas I like both, but I don't think I'd want one over the other. I like having both. Because I think that's, I don't know if it was in a different playthrough that we had talked about it or if it was just us. But like all of the areas in Ys have different enemies.
Yes.
That you only see in those areas.
Yeah.
So like not only helps you understand where you're at, but it does kind of like spice things up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then like every new area you go to, there's brand new enemies to fight.
Whereas like this game actually has very few enemies all around.
Yeah.
Like from the spiders to the little crows to the mafia guys. I think there was like a plant here and there. But like for the most part, this is like all jumping and talking.
Yeah.
And like it's a cute aesthetic, but like it does wear on me.
Is she blue?
She has like the purple hair.
Okay, her face looks blue.
That's because of the lighting and hypothermia.
And hypothermia.
You know,
You know.
since we're like in the Arctic Ocean, kind of like freezing our nunnies off, swimming around in a pool, exposed to the cold air. Like that could happen too. But I'm just trying to find this last piece. Because then I fully repair the timepiece and we can move on to the next chapter.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I feel like an Arctic cruise, not like Antarctic, but like an Alaskan cruise, would be really fun.
I'd bitch the whole time.
I know you would.
Fine, but I'm gonna complain the whole time.
Whereas like the one I went on, it was like a Caribbean cruise.
Cause like I don't know, cause I've never been on a boat long term. I don't know if I'd get seasick.
I did at first. I also walked around like I was drunk. And
Right.
I was like, there was only a handful of people because they like explained it before you board the ship. They're like, listen, some people with balance issues don't ever get their sea legs. So I'm like walking around hitting into walls, like, and people are like, are you okay? And I'm just like, I have a lot of balance issues. Like, so I had a very hard time like walking around
we
on
go.
the ship.
Haha.
I did get seasick the first night. but then like the seasickness went away, but I still kind of like had a really hard time balancing.
Hooray! We did it! We restored the timepiece! Ooh, what's up there? Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Personally, I had a lot more fun on the excursions.
Oh,
So,
look at
like,
this dude!
when we got off the ship.
Frickin' octopus manning the electricity.
I'm positive they could make
Alright,
it safer
then.
down here, but I guess that really amp up the costs. Anyway, it's nice to have a guest down here. Most folks don't appreciate the hard work I put
To keep the
in
mood electric.
electric.
He's a hard worker.
Well, I mean, he's got 8 arms.
Got another relic. Chocolate cake. Aw, he's got a big old bandage on his He must have knocked his head off the ceiling. Poor little squishables. Alright. So now that we got all the pieces, we just gotta go to the captain's cabin and grab our timepiece.
Don't get electric.
Ouch! Oh, okay. I thought I could use that to like launch myself into the other area. I want to go up this way, back to the lobby.
See, like right now, I have no idea where we are.
That's because when you use the top hat, you can hit, I think it's like the left trigger, and it'll direct you to be like, hey, this is where the timepiece is.
Oh.
Because we're in the lobby. And we gotta make our way to the captain's cabin. And I've got there before. I just gotta do it again. I do it again, but better. Ah, come on. Oh my god. See, that's where it's pointing to. So now I just gotta recalibrate and find the captain's cabin. Oh, Captain!
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
But like, see what I was saying? I was like, this area is kind of like too big. Because it's just like, okay, now how do I get back to the cabin?
Yeah.
It's like we got the lobbies, we got the restaurant, we got the kids' pen, we got the electrics part, we got the pool. It's like, maybe there's such thing as too big.
I do like that it has the hat to give you kind of
The guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if that wasn't a thing, I would be like, I have no idea where to go.
All right, so that's one chapter in Seal the Deal. In the next part, we're going to continue more of Seal the Deal, and I promise I'll be more positive. There we go.
Doodles!